everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington, and before we dive into today's Kiki, which is exposing Bravo for their favoritism and hypocrisy when it came to the way they handled BOTGATE versus the way they handled the alleged Aspen drama when it came to Kathy and Erika's allegations. But before we dive in, you guys know what to do. Go ahead and like this video. Subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Also, be sure to share this with a friend because a Kiki is always better with community. And don't forget to check out the description box down below. And also be sure to shop our love collection. As always, everything is alleged, rumored, and opinion-based, and all video and image content and audio content is protected under the fair use doctrine. So with that, you guys, let's dive right on in. So, as we know, the reunion part 3 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 12 just aired last night. Now, one thing that I noticed that I haven't heard anybody else talk about, I haven't heard any content creator talk about it, I haven't heard Reality Blurb or Page 6 or anybody talk about the glaring fact of how differently Bravo handled BOTGATE versus Aspen drama when it came to internal investigations and accountability. Now, Garcelle revealed that she was doing her own internal investigation into who was behind the bots. She also said that she thought it was Diana Jenkins who was behind the bots because, as we all know, it was very public that people were saying Lisa Rinna, Erika Jayne, Diana Jenkins were behind the bots. The bots, again, of course, they did a cyber attack on Garcelle's 14-year-old son. They said hateful things, racist things, threatening things. They sent him Garcelle's, nudes from when she did Playboy. They said, we would have our knee on your neck if it wasn't for your white daddy. Tell your mom to leave Diana alone or you guys will have to deal with us. Horrible, 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 despicable things. Talking about his older brother's addictions and his past drug use. Just horrible, horrible things. To the point where the boy had to go private because he was being attacked so much, okay? Did Bravo do an investigation? No. Did NBC do an investigation? No. But when Erika Jayne Girardi claims that Kathy Hilton allegedly said a homophobic slur, not to her or about her, but to somebody else completely, they launch a full-on HR investigation. Last time I checked, it's not illegal to be homophobic. It's morally wrong. There could be moral clauses. It could be a cause for being fired or being canceled or whatever. But the last time I checked, it actually is illegal to threaten the life of someone, particularly a minor online. Last time I checked, that's actually illegal. So why did Bravo do an internal HR investigation into Kathy Hilton, but they did not do one into Diana Jenkins? Okay? I'm going to play the clip from the reunion and watch Garcelle's face when she realizes that Bravo did an HR investigation into Erika Jayne's allegations against Kathy Hilton, but yet they did nothing to investigate the threats made against her son. Okay? So let's watch and then we'll discuss, you guys. And then we'll get into it. Here we go.
I see Kathy coming from the dance floor, very upset. I said, Kathy, what's wrong? She says, the DJ's an old and walked off. That is what happened.
I will admit to what I do, but I will not be painted to be this monster that you've tried to
Those are your words. That's what you said to me.
Never ever. Well, I'm just telling you.
I'm just telling you.
Nobody else heard that.
No, you said it to me directly.
Anyone that knows me
Kathy,
knows I don't
and
talk
anyone
like
that
that.
knows me knows I'm not lying. I have nothing to
Oh,
lie
really?
about. Yeah, really.
I have a little more credibility than you.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because I don't lie.
I don't either.
I have a sterling reputation.
Not right now, you don't.
I am not
There was
going to.
also an investigation into this, and it
Yes.
came down to
There was
a case of
investigation?
she said, she said.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
inconclusive.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just to say.
So,
Who investigated?
HR.
Oh, they do a big thing. Oh,
And
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
isn't it?
Did you guys catch that? It was HR, and they're like, oh yeah, we do a big thing, right? How come they didn't investigate BOTGATE? Why didn't they investigate Diana Jenkins or Lisa Rinna or Erika Jayne? That's who we all were saying either one of them or all of them were behind BOTGATE. How in the world does Bravo or NBC not get involved? At the end of the day, these women, at the very end of the day, are co-workers. They're cashing a check from NBC Universal. That's why they have an HR department, because at the end of the day, these women work together. And if I'm at a job and I have a child and my coworker is accused of doing a cyber attack against my child based upon the work that we do together, you better believe HR is going to step in and do some type of investigation. I could work at Walmart. I could work at Target. No shade to those places. I shop at both of them. They're great. You better believe they would do an investigation. But Bravo and NBC did nothing to help Garcelle. She had to do an investigation on her own. But yet they did a whole big thing, a whole internal investigation, a whole HR investigation because Erika Jayne said Kathy Hilton said something. And don't get me wrong, the accusation was disgusting. The accusation should have been investigated. However, so should have the racist and the threats made against Garcelle's son. But instead, Bravo and NBC tried to be slick and say, oh, it's the viewers who did it. If it's the viewers who did it, why is Garcelle at the reunion saying she thought Diana was behind it? Why was Diana's name and all over the place in the situation? It's sickening. It's sickening. Bravo, NBC, y'all slips are showing. So you do a whole internal HR investigation because of what Erika Jayne said, Kathy said about somebody else. Not even about her, but about a manager at a club. And you want to launch an investigation? First of all, Erika is saying Kathy said that when the production was down. So technically they were off the clock. The only person who heard it was Erika. And it wasn't even about Erika. And you launch a whole HR internal investigation. But you have Garcelle out here by herself doing her own investigation into who was threatening her child on your watch, Bravo, on your watch, NBC, on your watch, Evolution Media. It's disgusting. Who they choose to protect is disgusting. And this makes me even realize nobody at NBC or Bravo was protecting Kathy. If they were protecting Kathy the way Lisa Rinna and Erika Jayne like to lie and say they are, why did they do an investigation into her in the first place? If she was so protected. If I'm protected by NBC, then HR isn't going to investigate me. But who are they protecting? Are they protecting Diana? Are they protecting Lisa Rinna? Are they protecting Erika Jayne? How come there was no investigation into that? Garcelle, I know you're going to come back, but it seems to me like you have some type of civil lawsuit or something on your hand, girl. But it's crazy. And you could see it on Garcelle's face when it clicked in her mind. That's why she said, who's investigating? Because I would have that same reaction. Wait a minute, my child has been threatened. Not only has my child been threatened, but on camera, my child got cussed out by Erika Jayne. Cussed out on camera. Not only on camera, but they had the audacity to air it. There's one thing for it to happen, there's another thing for them to show it. So not only did they know Erika cussed out her child, they exploited it and put it on the show. They didn't have to do that. Bravo edits out, delete scenes, cut scenes, fake scenes, reshoot scenes all the time. Show one version of an episode to the US, a totally different version of the episode to the international crowd. So they are notorious for editing scenes, deleting scenes, cutting scenes. But they chose to leave in the fact of Erika cussing out her son. Was there an internal investigation into that? There were allegations that BOTGATE came from someone on the cast, but they didn't investigate that. But they had the time and the resources and the energy and the interest to investigate Erika Jayne saying Kathy Hilton said a homophobic slur off camera. Nobody was there, not even about her. It's disgusting. Hey, Bubbles. Bubbles says, hey, Mama. Hey, sweetheart. How are you? Hey, Paula Cosby. If I called someone to see you next Tuesday, HR would fire me. So who runs Bravo HR department? That part. How come now Bravo all of a sudden has this HR department doing deep dive investigations? Where was Bravo's HR department when Garcelle's son was being threatened online? Where were they then? Trying to lie in our faces saying, oh, it's the viewers, don't attack us. It was not the viewers. Come on now. Hey, Bubbles. Oh my gosh, I rolled up in the wrong chat. The chat a while ago. They were anti-Garcelle and Captain. I said, bloop, I'm in the wrong chat. You in the right one now, Bubbles. Hey, Goddess Godiva. She goes, hey, beautiful people. Hey, beautiful. Bubbles says, hey, Goddess. Hey, Bubbles. Oh, I didn't even put that together. That's why she said, who's investigating? Oh my gosh. Exactly. You could see it on her face when it clicked. She was like, wait a minute. She's like, who's investigating? And then you could see again the disappointment and the pain and the hurt on her face that she's not being protected. She's not being supported. She's not being seen. She's not being validated. You could see it on her face. Hey, Denise Austin. She goes, the evil witches, Erika and Lisa. That part. Bubble says, so HR is there for these, but not for mine. Okay, exactly. Denise says Bravo is full of ish. Hey, Zoma, that's why Garcelle asked that. Exactly. Because remember, Garcelle said she was doing her own investigation. She had to do it by herself because clearly NBC and Bravo HR weren't doing it. That's why she was like, wait a minute, who's investigating? Who did the investigation? You guys want to watch again for the people who just came in? Bubble says, especially the terminology used, that's not a white African-American Hispanic issue. That is full on hate, quote, crime attack. 100%. 100%. Hey, Goddess Godiva, that's because they don't see that black boy as a victim. That part, but saying that word when one of the executive producers and hosts is a gay man, yes, get HR involved. Exactly. Hey, Candy Dean. She goes, Garcelle is so much more educated than any of these women. She's on the show. She's on a show well. Yes. Bubble goes, yep. Hey, Zelma. Did she say that before or after she asked Kyle to leave? Wait, did she hear her say that before or after she asked Kyle to leave? Wait, when did she ask Kyle to leave? What part is that part? Hey, Monica R. So they're doing an inquisition. Sorry, it's late, guys. Because Kathy might have said a slur that is homophobic, but a child is getting death threats and no one gets involved. Disgusting. Exactly, Monica. Exactly. Hey, Candy Dean. Erika is not that smart. What happened to her show? Gone. Tom's money is gone. Now how she's selling hair pieces. Okay, Erika. That part. Hey, Rossi K. Nene Leaks have told us that Andy and Bravo is racist. That's why they support these racist women. I mean, it's looking really bad. It's looking really bad. Hey, young rich skinny. I don't like how Andy hugged Kyle but showed no compassion to Garcelle. 100%. And I also heard that if you now go back and watch Reunion Part 2, Bravo is protecting Andy. And allegedly, they edited out how disrespectful and how dismissive he was to Garcelle's feelings when talking about the recycling and when talking about throwing out her book. So again, they're covering and they're protecting certain people. Hey, Bubbles, my mom always taught me to treat everyone with the same respect you want to be treated with. Exactly. I'm so glad to see this stuff because now I truly get where speaking out comes from. Yeah. Yep. Hey, Goddess Godiva. I think she said it before she told Kyle to leave. Allegedly, after she stormed off from the DJ to the manager, she allegedly ran into Erika and only said that to Erika. Yeah, that doesn't make... Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Erika's a liar. Rossi K says boycott this show. Let's watch it again, you guys. Let's watch it again. And I really want you guys this time to pay attention to Garcelle's face when she realizes just how much she's not being protected, okay? Let's watch it one more time.
I see Kathy coming from the dance floor, very upset. I said, Kathy, what's wrong? She says, the DJ's an old and walked off. That is what happened.
I will admit to what I do, but I will not be painted to be this monster that you've tried to.
Those are your words. That's what you said to me.
Never ever. Well, I'm just telling you.
I'm just telling you.
Nobody else heard that.
No, you said it to me directly.
Anyone that knows me
Kathy,
knows I don't
and
talk
anyone
like
that knows me knows I'm not lying. I have nothing to
Oh,
lie
really?
about. Yeah, really.
I have a little more credibility than you.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because I don't lie.
I don't either.
I have a sterling reputation.
Not right now, you don't.
I am not
There
going
was
to...
also an investigation into this, and it
Yes.
came down to a case of she said, she said.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
inconclusive.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just to say.
So,
Who investigated?
HR.
Oh, they do a big thing. Oh,
And
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
isn't it...
Yeah, it's sick. It's sick. They do a whole investigation into that. Get out of here. Get out of here. And they said they do a big old huge thing. Amy V says they aren't the FBI, LOL. Investigation just means they ask people if they heard anything. That's all. Trust me, I am Team Garcelle 100%, but I think you're misreading what he said. I don't think I'm misreading what he said. He said that there was a whole investigation into it. And then Erika also said, yeah, it was a whole big thing. And then it turned out to be she said, because nobody heard it. So they should, this is the thing, whether the investigation is one question or a million questions, there was no questions asked when it came to Garcelle's son and BOTGATE and him getting threats and from the allegations that it was someone from the cast. So they don't have to be the FBI. They can be HR, but they still didn't give a damn about Garcelle's son. That is what the point is. And if you're going to do an HR investigation when it comes to one person saying somebody said something all the way off camera about something else, then you sure as hell need to do an investigation when a 14-year-old child is getting death threats. That is what the point is, just to be 100% honest. Hey, Common Sense 66, good call out from Garcelle and you. Bravo is disgusting, especially Andy. I hope Garcelle requests an HR investigation on the bots, even just to watch them make a fool of themselves. Exactly. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? There has to be some type of accountability. These are coworkers at the end of the day. There has to be some level of accountability. Hey, Groovy, Andy was reading what Rinna brought in the envelope when he was reading what Kathy supposedly said about bringing Bravo down, destroying Kyle and family, etc. Rinna gave it to him before part 3 during the break. Yeah, but we never even saw it, though. You know, we never even saw the receipts from Rinna herself. So we don't really know what she brought, you know? They're too busy editing and doing all the weird stuff. Hey, Bubbles, this is what happened as she looks away at Andy. Liar. 100%. Hey, Goddess Godiva, all of this is to avoid discussing Harry Hamlin living in another country with a partner and Erika stealing a husband and how she now has to sell the kitty cat online. Hey, good golly, maybe it wasn't taken to HR with the bots because it happened off the show with an anonymous source. No, I mean, this is the thing. Erika saying that Kathy said a homophobic slur also happened off the show once the cameras were down. The whole BOTGATE may have happened when they weren't technically filming, but the essence of what happened was around being on the show and what was happening on the show. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, leave Diana alone. Your mom is going after, Erika and, talking about Erika drinking and this, that, and the third. It would be one thing if Garcelle's son got randomly attacked. They were like, oh, you're this horrible person, blah, 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 blah. But the fact that they were being attacked specifically about what was happening on the show, and there were allegations that someone on the cast was behind it, they're accountable for that. NBC and Bravo is accountable for that. There should be some form of protection. And it's the hypocrisy and the favoritism is glaring. It's glaring. You can't tell me that you have coworkers in any type of corporation where one person says, off the clock, somebody said the F word, a homophobic slur about somebody else to me, and they launch an investigation. But then another coworker has their child being, attacked online, and the reason why they're being attacked is because about what's going on in the office, and everybody thinks maybe one of the coworkers is behind it. They have no investigation into that. Nobody who is being honest can say that's not messed up. I don't care if you're team Erika. I don't care if you're team Rinna. I don't care if you don't like Garcelle. I don't care if you don't like Kathy. Anybody who's being honest, when you just lay out what the facts are, it's wrong. And I'm not talking about being team Garcelle or team Kathy. I'm just talking about what's wrong and what's right. And that is dead wrong. If it was your child being attacked by someone and you thought it was your coworker, I'm pretty sure you would want them to at least ask a question. You see what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. Hey, Rossi K, looking at all these, Kyle really was part of the mess. Kyle was 100% part of the mess. That's why she was having a nervous breakdown. She didn't want to get called out. Hey, Bubbles, no, they laughed but were dead silent when confronted. Hey, Goddess Godiva, right, and what happened to Jax is on tape and online. Exactly. They have the receipts. It's not she said, or he said, she said. There's screenshots. It's online. He has receipts. We've all physically seen them. It's crazy. Hey, TG, how did HR know to do the investigation? I'm sure Erika said something, or maybe, I don't know, maybe because it was happening in the press. I'm not sure. But this is the thing. If HR did the investigation based on press, then they're even more messed up because it was in the tabloids. It was in the press. That's how we all were reporting on it, that there were allegations that that Diana and maybe Lisa, maybe Erika, all of them or one of them were in on it. So if they're doing an investigation based on press, then they sure as hell should have done it for BOTGATE, because it was all over the blogs about who was in on it. Well, it's crazy. Let's see what you guys are saying. Hey, Bubbles. Bubbles says, why not push that Andy? Why not ask them over and over why they laughed? Honestly, Andy is nothing but a mean girl himself. He's nothing but a mean girl himself. He did a piss poor job. Part 3 was boring as hell. The trailer was more interesting than part 3. Kathy read them all for filth, as she should have. Other than that, it was boring as hell. Hey, good golly, just saying, I wonder if legally Bravo can't interfere in the social media antics that happens after filming and off the show type thing. It's definitely something Andy should answer for, though. I don't know. It just doesn't seem, just for me, that doesn't pass the gut check. That just doesn't pass the gut check. It doesn't make sense that they can't investigate that because it's literally on social media. We literally have the proof and the receipts. And contractually, when this was going down, they were still, because actually, BOTGATE happened before they filmed the reunion. So technically, they were still on the clock. So Bravo can't say it happened after filming. Bravo can't say it's only because it's on social media. It's on social media, therefore we have physical proof. So it's not he said, she said. You can just go and actually read what was said. We all saw it. And BOTGATE happened before they filmed the reunion. So technically they were all contractually still under Bravo and NBC. So by all accounts, if they can investigate Kathy allegedly saying something when the cameras are down, when production's down, when they're done for the day, then they should be able to investigate something that happens in between filming the season and in between filming the reunion. So I don't think that they have that loophole. Grubby says, selling kitty cat online. Oh my God, I'm dying laughing. I know, that one sent me too. Hey, Amy V, but that doesn't surprise me. We've seen this for years from Bravo. Exactly. It just gets me hot under the collar, you guys, because it's just disgusting how, and it also, again, exposes the fake narrative of Lisa Rinna and Erika trying to say that NBC and Bravo was protecting Kathy. If Kathy was being protected, why did they investigate her at all? They could have been like, oh, there's no grounds here. This is your word versus hers. We're done. That's not protecting. You know what I mean? To me, they're protecting Diana, Lisa, and Erika. Because they're the ones who allegedly did something that technically would actually be illegal. It's disgusting. It's immoral to be homophobic. But being homophobic and saying a homophobic slur is not in and of itself illegal. If you act on it, then it's a hate crime. But simply saying that is not illegal. It's immoral. Should be grounds for firing 100%. But I'm pretty sure it's illegal to say, I'm going to have my foot on your neck and all the other threats they said to him. That's threatening bodily harm to a minor. I'm pretty sure that's illegal. Hey, Monica R. Garcelle's a class act and a fan favorite. She is nominated for the People's Choice Awards. Yes, she is. I think we need to tweet at Bravo and let them know we won't watch until they solve BOTGATE. I'm with you, Monica. I am with you. Hey, Chunky. Hey, Chocolate Chunk. Sorry, Mr. Royal Housewives of Beverly Hills recap earlier. All good, baby. Replay gang. Hey, Amy. They have that wicked woman who lived a lie, stealing from the victims. Doesn't surprise me they wouldn't help. Exactly. Oof. Hey, Goddess Godiva. Right, it was off camera in a private club and not directed to anyone on the crew. Still gross if it really happened, but I don't trust Lisa and Erika. Exactly. I'm not condoning it if it actually happened. It just doesn't make sense that it actually did. And if you're going to investigate that, then you have to investigate what happened to her son. Hey, Amy V, Garcelle's son or Satin, or is it Sutton? He's never helped Satin either. Garcelle's son or Satin. Who's Satin? Thank you, Amy V. Sutton. Okay, yeah. Garcelle, son or Sutton never helps Satin either. Yeah. Hey, Zuma. Didn't the bots happen right after they came back from Hawaii? Yes. 100%. Hey, Bubbles. Also, why didn't NBC or Bravo investigate into Patrick Summers' claims that Lisa Rinna hired him? Did they investigate into that? I'm just saying this. If you're going to investigate what Erika said, you have to investigate it all. Because when you investigate one but not the others, your slip is showing and your favoritism is showing and your hypocrisy is showing. Why not investigate Patrick Summers? Why not call him out? If he's this liar, why not call him out? Why not do an investigation into that? Did they at least ask Lisa Rinna? Did they investigate that? it just doesn't make sense that this was the one thing they chose to hang their hat on, but yet ignored everything else. You see what I'm saying? If you investigate one, you got to investigate them all, or don't investigate any. But when you pick and choose what you're going to investigate, who you're going to back, who you're going to call out, your favoritism is showing. And at the end of the day, it's a job. So NBC is liable, Bravo is liable, Evolution Media is liable, because these women are working. They're working. They're clocking in. They're clocking out. They're cashing a check. This is a job. There's liabilities with that. Hey Bubbles, she literally freaked out over a mundane comment about her adult son. Exactly. Then told a 14-year-old to shut the F up. Nah. Then flirted with her older son. 100%. Erika's a mess. Hey Monica Art, guys, hit the like button. 70 for the room. Only 10 likes, you guys. We gotta get that up. Get that up. If you're here, hit that like button. Hey Zoma says they. Exactly. TG says exactly. Bubble says, and I'm sorry, I know as an adult age I shouldn't be accounted for all the time, but let one of my friends flirt with my quote in time adult child, I'll knock him out. It was nasty. And don't forget, she said, what did she say? Oh, I want a threesome with him and his baby mama. Why he have to have a baby mama, Erika? He has a wife. A wife. Why does he have to have a baby mama? You see what I'm saying? How they get slick with stuff? They get real slick with it. I wonder if Dorit had an adult son. Would you ever say to her, "Oh, I want a threesome with your son and his baby mama"? Would you say that? It's disgusting. Ruby says there's a lot out today about rent a filthy house. This may be a meb. What's a meb? This may be a meb. I'm not sure. But I did see the stuff about her filthy house. Didn't Kelly Dodd say that producer said it was a pigsty? And then there was the rumors that a rat bit Cherie. I don't know. Hey Malia, why didn't Garcelle say something? I don't know. I mean, maybe she was exhausted. Maybe she was tired. I mean, she had to really fight on her own the entire show. And also in the moment, I think she realized it in the moment. That's why she was like, wait, who did an investigation? Like, there was an investigation? Wait a minute. So I think in the moment, it was occurring to her what the implications were. Do you know what I mean? So maybe in the moment, and plus it was like Erika talking about Kathy saying the F word and all this stuff. It was just a lot going on. Hey, Cancer Queen, Diana, Erika, and Lisa was involved. Someone on Reddit did an investigation. See, the people on Reddit are doing investigations. I'm doing investigations. You're damn sure as hell Bravo and NBC should have done an investigation. For the mere fact that the allegation existed, they should have done it. I'm going to look up that investigation, Cancer Queen. Thank you. Hey, Bubbles. Cancer doesn't surprise me. I hope Garcelle continues with this investigation until she sees that Ben files a hate crime lawsuit on them, not for the money, but for the principle. 100%. 100%. Hey, M. Kathleen Williams. Andy's a Jewish gay man, despite to be desperate to be included with his profession of popular women. That's true. That's true. I'm not sure about the correlation between Jewish and gay, but I agree 100%. Andy's particular personality, he's very thirsty to be a part of the Mean Girl clique. Like, that is very evident. He is all up Erika's butt. He's all up Rinna's butt. The favoritism is showing. It's disgusting and it's nasty. It's all of that. It's all of that. Hey, Bubbles, just like Nene and Kenya were fan favorites, mainly Nene at the time, but somehow Kim got a spinoff. I'm telling you, the favoritism is real. And as quiet as it's kept, it doesn't seem like that NBC and Bravo are protecting Kathy. They haven't been protecting Kathy. They've been showing everything that they've got. They did an investigation on her. How is that protecting Kathy? The people that they have protected with certain deleted scenes, with cut scenes, with leaked scenes, with different edited episodes have been Kyle, Lisa Rinna, Erika, and Diana. That's the real gag. Hey, Holly, well, I can't stand Nicki Minaj as a person, but I'd be okay with her hosting these reunions. Well, there was also the rumor that Nicki Minaj was behind BOTGATE. Remember? Hey, Cancer Queen at Bubbles. Yep, restraining order against them, and then a judiciary case. That part. Hey, Groovy. So much about Rent a Dirty House today online. She's on a reality show, not cleaning a house. Seems strange. Bravo doesn't have standards. If Bravo's had standards, they wouldn't have her on a show because she's mean and nasty as hell. Hey, Bubbles and Holly. Now you know Nicki wouldn't put up with the BS. Hey, Amy V. She goes, I think they did an investigation because they were terrified Kathy was going to sue them. I thought she would. They were just protecting their butts. I don't think they ever help any of them. Okay. Thank you, Amy V. Andrea Lee says, just glazing over that whole story about Garcelle's son was so wrong. I agree. Bubble says, at Cancer, exactly. Andrea said, meant son. Yes, girl. Andrea said, the story keeps changing. 100%. Hey, Holly won't, but at Bubbles, she asked all the questions. Hey, Amy V. She goes, well, any other than sorry, you guys. Well, any other than the three of them, I only. Exactly, Amy. Hey, Groovy. She goes, Garcelle's a great mom, and Jax is so lucky, and I hope we know the result of the investigation. Me too. Garcelle's a fantastic mom, and all three of her children are really good kids. He's a good man. Hey, Devin. I think Erika attacking a child like that should have been automatic termination. It should have been a pause. It should have been an investigation. It should have been something. But you're not going to sit up here and cuss out a child and expect no type of repercussions. And why did Bravo air it? There was enough. I'm happy they did, so we got to see the real Erika, but at the same time, how come there was no protection for Jax? How come there was no protection for how he would feel? He clearly was hurt and upset when it happened. Like, I wonder if somebody cussed out Portia. I wonder if Bravo would show that. If somebody cussed out Jagger and whatever Dorit's daughter's name is, if they cussed out her children, I wonder if Bravo would have aired that. But they air Erika cussing out Jax? Don't you think that's embarrassing for him? That's humiliating for him? That's traumatizing for him? Now all his little friends are going to see that, and he has to talk about it and go through it? And now he has to be the put on attack with the bots? I just really doubt Bravo would expose and exploit the other people's children the way they did Garcelle's. Portia is so protected and pampered on that show, it's not even funny. As she should be, she's a child. But guess what? So is Jax. They're just about the same age. He's 14, Portia's 13. Maybe she's 14 now because they had her bar mitzvah long ago, or bat mitzvah, one of them. No disrespect. I just don't know the difference. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Hey, McKathleen Williams. She goes, hey, Candy in the chat from Twitter. Change over to your YouTube. Yes! Come to the YouTube! Join the party! Welcome, Kathleen. Hey, Chocolate Chunks. I wish they brought Patrick Summers out with a manila envelope full of receipts. Me too. Hey, Amy. She goes, sorry, LOL. All good, sweetheart. Thank you for your comments, too. Hey, Devin. I wish they'd fire Erika so bad. I wish they would, too, but I don't think they're going to. And the reason why I think that they gave us such a flat Part 3 reunion, I actually think they went back and edited it. I bet you it was way more explosive than it was now, is because of so much blowback that they want the option, if they need to bring back Erika and Lisa Rinna. I think that's why it was so watered down, because I think if we saw the extent of what really happened, there may have been really no going back given everything that's happening now. You know, Lisa's Rinna's house, her posting a firearm, you know, everything coming out with all this stuff. I think that Bravo is giving themselves buffer and cover to bring back Lisa Rinna and Erika Jayne. That's what I think is going on. Hey, Groovy, Erika should have been fired. I agree, Devin. Yes. Hey, Groovy, that's right, a wife, 100%. Hey, Pink Dynamite, Erika was foul, period, 100%. Hey, Cancer Queen, I'm tired of Bravo BS. The main reason I'm watching Housewives is for luxury, travel, spending, not to see people in prison, bullying, or con artists. Bravo is disgusting. That part. Hey, the red lipstick Husper Lily, she says, hey. Hey, Jeanette Keen, I will never watch Bravo again. Systematic racism at its finest. It really is. It really, really is. No protection for Garcelle. No protection for her child. It's like when she said to Kyle, Kyle was like, everybody knows that being a mother is so important to me. And I love that Garcelle said, yeah, but you're not talking about your child. We're talking about my child. And that is a huge difference. I'm sure you protect your children, Kyle, but you sat up there with your husband and you laughed. And he said he was happy that your drunk, sloppy, wasted, fraudulent friend cussed out Garcelle's child. And you laughed right along with him. And so did Dorit. Quiet as it's kept, the only one who didn't laugh was BK. It's disgusting. And Garcelle was also right. It would have been a very, very, very different situation if Garcelle did to Portia what Erika did to her son. It would have been a very different conversation. The whole situation would have went a very different way. You better believe that. There is a double standard. There is favoritism. And I'm going to be honest, there's racism. A part of it is racism. It may not even be conscious, but there's some type of subconscious racism going on. You can't systematically treat one person this way and everybody else another way. It's just, you got to call a thing a thing. You got to call a thing a thing. Even if they're not consciously doing it, there is some type of subconscious racism going on, some type of institutionalized racism going on, point blank, period. Hey, Chocolate Chunks, they protected Diana more than they protected Kathy or Garcelle. 100%. 100%. Hey, M. Kathleen, she goes, because he may have been left out in school for being Jewish or gay, he's thirsty to be accepted. I see what you're saying, Kathleen. 100%. You know, anytime you're left out for, you know, your race or your religion or your sexuality, 100%, you can kind of develop that pick me vibe, those thirsty vibes. I agree what you're saying. His personality is very pick me. It's extremely pick me. And if he feels like he kind of like wants to be one of the girls, and when I say one of the girls, I don't mean that in any type of derogatory way because he's gay by any means. I mean, he actually wants to like be one of the mean girls. Like he wants to be down with them. You know, he gets just as catty and just as shady as the rest of the girls do. And he's supposed to be the executive producer. He's supposed to be the boss. He's supposed to be unbiased, but he's clearly biased. Hey, Holly won't. Oh, what? Hey, Groovy, it says, before Brandy was fired, Andy partied with her a lot. Yes, he did. And the fans were totally against Brandy at that time. Andy likes nasty people. That's the thing. Andy will party in your face at night and fire you tomorrow. He did it with Nene. He did it with, what's her face? All of them, really. He would party with Nene. He would party with Tamara. He'd party with Brandy. He partied with Vicky. He would party with all of them, except for certain ones he wouldn't party with. You know what I mean? He always has his favorites. And as long as you're his favorite, everything is cool. But the moment you're not, he's going to fire you. He's going to clown you. It's going to be over. And the boundaries just are not there. The boundaries are just not there. Cancer Queen says Andy needs to go and find someone who actually watched the show and stand up for bullying. I agree. And I'm not saying Andy is this horrible person. I don't think he's a horrible person. I think he has some issues he needs to deal with. I don't think he's watching the show anymore. I don't think he's tuned in. And I think it just might be time to pass the baton. And that's okay. A part of being a mature person is realizing when your time is up in a particular space of your life. It's okay to say, you know what, look what I built. It's amazing. It's great. It's time to pass the baton. There's nothing worse than, you know, something stale. It starts to stink. And that's going on with Andy. He's past his expiration date. And when something expires, it starts to stink. And that's what's going on here. Hey, yes. Yes, Jax needs justice, Kathleen. He does. Yes, he does. Kathleen, you're so pretty. You're so gorgeous, girl. Okay. Hey, Chocolate Chunks. 1, camera pan to Rena when Garcelle was talking about, quote, apologies and how they, quote, own it quickly and move on. Exactly. 2, Rena did exactly what Garcelle said when she apologized to Kyle. Mm-hmm. And the look on Garcelle's face when Rena apologized to Kyle. I know. Priceless. Priceless. Hey, Carrie. She was, I think you're absolutely adorable. I love your charismatic energies. Oh, thank you, Carrie. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hey, M. Kathleen. She goes, Kyle is trying to help Mauricio at Netflix because Netflix told him to do PR. Bloop. I believe it. Thank you for that tea. I believe it. I believe it because I also heard the reason why Netflix picked up the show in the first place is because they wanted to get Bravo watchers. You know, for as dark as it is, Beverly Hills has millions of viewers. Millions of people watch, great ratings. And so Netflix thought, okay, we'll get Mauricio's show, and then that way we can tap into that Bravo Beverly Hills Real Housewives audience because, you know, it's Mauricio. He's on the show. He's married to Kyle. Blah, 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 blah. So I'm sure that they want her to do a lot of the PR because they're trying to tap into that Bravo audience and convert them into Netflix subscribers. So I believe that. I believe that. Hey, Cancer Queen, they need Kenya in Beverly Hills. She will not let the BS in the way and check them beautifully. Exactly. Hey, Goddess Godiva, 100. Hey, Bubbles, I love Kenya. She's like my all-time favorite housewife. Everything she has said has come true. Hey, Chocolate Chunks, it's unconscious bias. Yes, unconscious bias, 100%. 100%. It's the way that they don't view Jax as a victim. You know what I mean? It's like, but he is. He's a 14-year-old boy. He's not a man. He's a boy. You know, it's too much. Hey, Holly Won't. I've never heard about NM being behind the bots. Oh, Nicki Minaj. But it tracks because she's a foul human. People's choice. Vote for Garcelle. Yes, Holly. So there was a huge conspiracy that Nicki Minaj was behind the bots because a couple of months ago, Nicki got really mad at a bunch of people who were talking about the allegations against her husband. The allegations against her husband was that he, you know, did an essay, you know, he did things against a young women's will. You see where I'm going here? He did things to them against their will. He forced them into sexual acts against their will. Those are the allegations. He went to prison for it. You guys have to Google that. I'm not trying to get too deep into that. Nicki Minaj has her own little bot farm, so I'm not trying to get them over here. Barbs, don't come over here. Leave me alone. And one of the person that she attacked was Garcelle, because Garcelle on The Real, along with Lonnie Love, and some other people, because Lonnie on The Real, Garcelle was just doing her job. One of the guests was his accuser, the woman who said, you know, he did this to me. She was a guest and she was on the show. Garcelle did her job, asked questions, interviewed her. It was what it was. This woman was going to other places and she attacked Garcelle. And so when she attacked Garcelle, she was really rude. She was like, that's why you couldn't keep your white husband, and all this other stuff she was saying, just really nasty, very disgusting things. And they were like, oh, is Nicki Minaj behind the bots because she has, you know, the barbs and all of this stuff? Is she behind the attacks on Garcelle? So there was a whole conspiracy that Nicki Minaj was behind BOTGATE. I don't think so. I think that, because this is the thing, Nicki Minaj very publicly and viciously attacked a lot of people. Garcelle, Lonnie Love, I can't think of the other people right now. Just do a quick Google search and it'll all pop up. But she attacked a lot of people. And I don't think that she would do BOTGATE and single out Garcelle. That just, to me, doesn't make sense. And what they were saying in the cyber attack against Jax was so targeted and it was so specific about Erika and Rena and Diana that it screams either one of them or all three of them were behind it, if that makes sense. So that's what that tea was. Hey, Pamela, that's right, and it is conscious. Yes, yes, 100%. Hey, Cancer Queen at Bubbles, me too. She will light Rinna butt up. Hey, Groovy. She goes, if Erika did it to Portia, she would have been gone mid-season. That part. If Erika would have cussed out Portia, I think they would have had a very different opinion. Would Maurice still be laughing and be like, I'm happy she did it if he cussed out her child? I mean, his child? Her child? How you doing? PK says, "Hey, PK, the race card's getting boring. Do you think the Atlanta women were fair to Kim?" PK, is this PK Kimsley? I don't know who PK is. Hey, M. Kathleen Williams, it doesn't seem subconscious they know. That's true. That's true too. I was trying to give benefit of the doubts, but my candy canes are like, no, baby, it's conscious. They know what they're doing. Hey, Bubbles, but when can you blame unconscious, especially in this day and age? I'm white and I know what's right and what's right is right and wrong is wrong. They need to stop finding excuses. True. You're right. You're right. You're right. Hey, Pink Dynamite, that was conscious racism at its finest. You guys are right. You guys are right. They kept trying to make her out to be the angry black woman. They did. They kept trying to push her and push her and push her, and she just didn't take it. Yes, Kathleen. She goes, yes, that's exactly what I meant. Thank you. You're welcome, sweetheart. Bubble says, PK, Kim has dished her fair share of stuff. That part. She really has. Remember when she said, would any other white woman be up here with them? Like would any other white woman in her white mind be on a stage with a bunch of black women? Remember she said that? And then remember she said racism doesn't exist anymore? Girl, bye. Especially the way she treated Sweetie and the roach thing. Yep. Yeah, she treated Sweetie like an indentured slave. Hey, Wayne, if Erika wasn't fired after last season, then there's no chance Lisa or Erika will be gone after this one. They'd have to commit murder for Bravo to axe them, it seems. I agree. It's like, literally, what else can they do? It's insane. Hey, Kathleen, one day his daughter will see all of this. It's so sad. Yeah, it is really sad. It's very sad. Hey, Bubbles, I think, and I don't mean this wrong, but I think that he thinks because he's gay, he doesn't have to be aware, and he does. You do. We all do. That's what's going to make the world great. 100%. 100%. I agree with that. It's like the Crystal stuff when she's like, my experience, you want people to honor your experience, Crystal, as a minority, but yet you're not an ally to Garcelle. And Garcelle tries to be an ally to you, but you keep trying to call Sutton a racist by making up a story. It's too much. Hey, Kathleen, overstaying his time for sure. Yes. And she says, thank you. You're welcome, sweetheart. Hey, Holly won't at Bubbles. Oh, I'd love to see Kenya crush Rinna's soul. That would be a work of art. Girl, me too. Me too. I just want like a 24-hour stream of Lisa Rinna being read for filth. And Erika. Dirty Diana can just go all the way to hell. I don't need to ever see her again. But I would love it. I would love it. Holly Won't says, oh, Bubbles, oh, yes, me too. Hey, Groovy. She goes, and my mom's expression was, they stayed too long at the fair. Exactly, meaning they didn't know when to go home. Most of the cash should be gone. Kyle doesn't even need the money anymore. It's flat. And what's Kyle's storyline other than crying and being mean to her sisters? I'll wait. I don't know what does Kyle have going on that she's willing to share? Because what she's not sharing, there's a lot going on. The cheating, the fraud, the lawsuits. There's a lot going on. Why did they sell the Aspen house? Why did they do that? Doesn't make sense to me. Hey, Bubbles at Holly, Rinna would be like, wow, head shake. Exactly. Cancer Queen says, what's PR mean? Oh, PR means public relations. So like marketing and advertising and publicity. So PR is basically like getting into doing ads and doing interviews, being in magazines and blogs and stuff like that. So it's public relations is PR. Yeah, Bubbles says public relations, I think. Yes, it's PR. It's public relations. Yep. Kathleen says, Candy, we appreciate you so much. I appreciate you guys, my beautiful candy canes. You guys hold me down. I love you guys. Bubble says, anyone notice Erika looks so much younger and like the old times on this reunion? Has she rehired a glam squad? Listen, this is my opinion, but I think Erika has a lot of money squirreled away. I think she has access to a lot of money. Erika does not legitimately act like a woman who has lost it all or a wife in ruins. Erika, to me, acts like a woman playing a part, but who knows where the money resides, where the money resides, where the money resides. We already know that her and that guy, what was his name? Lewis something, right when everything hit the fan, he set her up a Wells Fargo account in Florida, and he has laundered almost over $500,000 to her already through that account. This was the contingency plan, allegedly, she had with Tom. So before she quote, divorced, they're not divorced yet, before she, said she was going to separate from Tom as a part of their whole plan, Tom's lifelong friend set up a Wells Fargo account, and they've been funneling money to Erika through that account ever since. Erika is not a woman who is in ruins. Somebody who is able to live in a multi-million-dollar house in West Hollywood, still keep their Range Rover, still have jewelry and bags and glam squads, throwing hair extension parties, still have a publicist, still have an assistant, still have a creative director in Mikey, still have the clothes and the glam and all of that stuff, is not a woman in ruins. The only difference between Erika now and Erika before Tom is that she moved from one Pasadena house mansion to a regular mansion in West Hollywood. But what has actually changed about Erika's life other than that? I'll wait. She's still on the show. She's still jet setting. She still has glam squad. She still has jewelry. She still has designer clothes. The only difference now is she's living in a multi-million-dollar house rather than the Pasadena mega mansion, and now she gets to publicly admit that she's having sex with other men. That's the only thing that's changed in Erika's life. I don't see Erika out there on public assistance. I don't see Erika out there riding the bus. I don't see Erika renting an apartment. I don't see Erika having regular clothes. I don't see Erika doing her own hair and makeup. I don't see Erika going to the grocery store. I don't see Erika counting her coins on how she's going to make rent, how she's going to buy food. I don't see a woman in ruins. I don't see a destitute woman. I see a single woman who has access to millions of dollars who's still living her best life. That's what I see. Erika is not a victim. She still has access to a lot of money, allegedly, in my opinion. You want to find someone who is strong? Look at all the single moms or the singles dads out there who are raising their kids paycheck to paycheck. That's a hero. That's somebody we actually need to applaud. Erika is not one of them. It's a mess. It's a hot mess. Hey, Sharon, public relations, Cancer Queen. Yes, PR is public relations. Hey, Kathleen, if Kyle leaves it to help Mauricio keep the Netflix show, I will send you the article on Twitter. Thank you. Yes, send me the article. Cancer Queens at Sharon says, thank you. Jacob Settle says, I thought Garcelle's realization there was that there was an investigation behind the Kathy Rena situation and she had to hire someone to investigate herself was extremely telling. 100%. It was very telling. It was very telling. Jacob says, and that it was HR that conducted the investigation. Yep, that's exactly what we've been saying. You're 100% right, Jacob. Hey, LA Stone Gal, on the reunion, Lisa was trying to hold Erika's hand, but I only saw Erika snatch her hand away and try to distance herself from Rinna. Erika is embarrassed by Rinna, at least on reunion. Yeah, I think Erika is realizing that she hitched her horse to the wrong ride. It's unraveling. Hey, Mala, I'm very disturbed about something. They keep showing Garcelle's face so that they know the pain that this causes her. Are they reveling in that pain and profiting off of it? 100%. They reveled in Jackson's pain and profit off of it. Why did they have to show Erika cussing him out? There was enough content this entire season without making him a target and exposing that. They didn't have to show that. It's crazy. Hey, Bubble says, I would too. Hey, Wayne, was anyone else creeped out by the pic of Harry and his daughter on Instagram? It looked pretty incestuous to me. Yeah, it was really nasty, and it was very, very incestuous, and it was gross. And we talked about it during our recap, but let me see if I can find it now in case anybody who hasn't seen it yet Like the video if you want me to show it. Give me a like, give me a like, give me a like. But this is the, I found it, you guys. This is the video, this is the picture he's talking about. It's really gross and it's really nasty. And I want to be sensitive when I talk about it because I know how fragile Delilah and Amelia are. But since you brought it up, let's talk about it. And we saw this today during the recap we did. But this is the picture that he's talking about. To me, it's real nasty. It's real nasty. I don't have any male in my family who holds me like this. Like when she has the red hair, that to me looks like they're about to go smash. And that's disgusting to me. I'm not making any allegations. I'm not making anything like that. I don't know anything to be true. I'm just saying my personal gut. This looks nasty to me. And then when he has his hand on Amelia's backside like that, it's nasty. It's nasty to me. It's just nasty. So gross. But yeah, but this is what he's talking. That's the picture he's talking about. It's real nasty. The red lipstick costume says Erika looks like an old linebacker. Period. A linebacker. Period. Not linebacker. Hey, leg appeal. They all had ponytails. Make you look snatched. True. Hey, Bubbles at Wayne. She covered that earlier. You have to watch. So gross. I asked my hubs if he thought that it was weird because we have a daughter, and he said that pic gave him chills. 100%. 100%. Bubble says, yep. Hey, Holly won't. Kyle's storyline is being too cheap to put her doggies into obedience school. Her home life is pretending Mauricio still loves her and chasing these adorable, unruly dogs. So true, so true. I gotta take that photo off because it's making me sick. It's nasty. It's really nasty. Hey, Kathleen. Yes, Mala B. Garcelle held it together. Saw her face. Heartbreaking. So heartbreaking. And this is the thing. She shouldn't have to be this strong. Like, it's not fair and it's not right. You know, she should be able to be vulnerable and be soft and be protected and have her back. And Sutton, I love you, but you were a dud. You didn't stand up for your friend. Crystal, I like you. You're growing on me, but you were also a dud and you didn't stand up for Garcelle, but yet you want solidarity as a minority. Well, if you want solidarity as a minority, you have to show solidarity as a minority. Ding dong Dorit. Nobody expected anything from you. Like Lisa Rinna said, you're a useless idiot. No, I'm kidding. That's really mean. I don't think you're a useless idiot, but you definitely didn't do anything in that situation. Bubble says maybe Tom set up some offshore accounts for this day. 100%. Again, allegedly, in my opinion, Tom and Erika had a contingency plan. The earrings, contingency plan. The artwork, contingency plan. Put a lot of money into pieces, into artwork, into jewelry, so that way she can always sell them or have them and use them as collateral. The whole account they set up in Florida, that was a contingency plan. She admitted on the reunion they're still talking. Come on now. Hey, Chocolate Chunks, remember last year Erika was fake shopping at Marshall's to look, quote, regular? What happened to that? Exactly. Hey, Wayne at Bubbles came into the live mid show. Unfortunately, broadband been down from midnight. Thanks for the heads up, though. Hey, Wayne, you're right on time. Hey, the red lipstick custard Lily. I'm glad they exposed that. Me too. Bubble says at Wayne, oh, I'm sorry. I was here earlier but came back. Yay! That's right, Candy Canes. Come on through. Hey, Bubbles, I never had a dad, but my daughter does have red hair, and if her dad held her like this, I'd be on my way to the courthouse. That part. It was, to be honest, beyond the way it was touching, to me, it was the energy I felt from it, if that makes sense. It was just a vibe. Just looking at it didn't sit well because I knew it was a father and a daughter. It would have been a different vibe if I knew that they weren't related. I would be like, oh, that's some old guy with his like young arm candy. Who cares? But the fact that's a father and a daughter, it just didn't sit well. Just didn't sit well. Hey, Babs, when you realize this is your father with his daughter, it just makes my skin crawl. Exactly. We are on the same exact page. We are on the same exact page. Hey, Ella Stone Girl, Candy, your full knowledge about all things Real House of Beverly Hills, and I assume other shows, but you are like a PI, and your vocabulary is intense. I'm so glad to be your fan, and we'll continue to do so. Oh, thank you so much, LA Stone Gal. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I cover some other shows too. I do Married to Medicine, Salt Lake City, Potomac. People are asking for Atlanta. I had stopped watching that, so I guess I'll get back into Atlanta and maybe some other shows. I also cover, this is a complete side note, but if you guys are into it, I also do self-care and wellness and self-love. So there's a whole playlist on my YouTube channel that is all about self-care and confidence and self-esteem and, you know, just really becoming your most empowered self. And then I also have a podcast and books on that as well. So if you guys are interested, just check out the description box because everything's linked down below if you're interested in my other content too. Hey, the red lipstick Hustler Lily. Erika once looked 30 something. Now she looks 65. These women, I mean, this is the thing. Kathy's in her 60s, and to be honest, and she's running circles over Erika. Garcelle looks great. Dirty Diana, I don't even want to talk about her. Hey, Bubbles, that's the only thing with Sutton. I like her, but everything I've seen, she never stands up confidently for Garcelle. I don't know. Like, especially about the son, I would have interjected and said, Erika, remember when you freaked out about this? I don't know. I agree. I mean, Sutton said she did regret it during BravoCon, but like too little too late. Too little too late. You should have stood up for her in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Hey there, red lipstick Hustler Lily. Erika's shoulders are broad like a linebacker, the Botox Betty. Hey, Kathleen. She goes, HH has always been nasty. Harry Hamlin. I knew this in the mid-'80s. I was young and worked in LA production. Seriously, I left the business and went to college. Harry Hamlin was creepy older man in my opinion then. Listen, you guys, I did a deep dive into Harry Hamlin and Lisa Rinna's toxic marriage. Y'all should check it out. It's on it's on my channel. You just gotta do a Google search or a YouTube search, whatever, or just find it down there. I can link it too, but it's some nasty stuff. Hey, Annette Rodriguez, she goes, hey, Annette. Hey, LA Stone Gal. I always see Dorit put herself as BFF of Kyle. I think only to be in Mo's life. This is what I think. I think Dorit cozied up to Kyle so that she could make sure to keep her diamonds secure. Because once Kyle lost LVP, then she lost Teddy. Kyle's going to need some type of friend, some type of partner in crime. So I think Dorit cozied up to Kyle because she knew that Kyle was going to be an anchor and a staple on the show pretty much no matter what, right? So she cozied up to her, and then I think through that cozying up, she got cozy with Mo, allegedly. Kathleen says, LA Law. Wow. Hey, Babs. By the way, my Love Sleep t-shirt was just delivered 30 minutes ago. Yay! I love it. I absolutely love it. Very good quality. Nice job, Candy. Oh my God, Babs. Send me a picture of you wearing it, and I will post it. I will definitely post it. Yay! I'm so happy you enjoyed it. She's talking about I have the Love collection. You guys can shop it on the link down below. We have mugs, we have candles, we have t-shirts, we have hoodies. It's a lot of fun. So definitely shop. Hey, Bubbles. She was that 90s Erika Jayne and Tom. Hey, Babs. Oh, yeah, it's right. By the way, thank you so much for ordering. I love it. Hey, Bubbles. I'm going to have to watch that. I just recently got diagnosed with PTSD, so that would be perfect for me. Oh, I'm sorry, Bubbles. Sending you lots of love. And just take care of yourself and rest. Okay, sweetheart? Jacob Settle says, the way this reunion ended, I could see everyone ending up in groups of 2 going into next season. The dynamics will never be the same. I agree with that 100%. I actually made, let me see if I have the image of it, but I made a chart about what I think they're trying to do for next season. Let me see if I have it. All right, you guys, while I find this chart, like this video, get those likes in, and subscribe. I'm going to find this chart I made that I broke down. And if you guys missed it, it's a video called the Faux Fox 5. And it's like their new storylines and fake storylines and all that BS that they're trying to do. But this is basically what I think they're trying to make the new alliances be. So we can talk about that. Let me get that slide for you guys. Okay. Hit that like button. And we can talk about it. Okay. So this is what I think that they're trying to make the new dynamics be, and I'll tell you why super quickly. I know we're getting off topic, but this is fun. Okay, so as you see on one side of the sheet, we have Lisa Rinna, Erika, Brandy, and Teddy. So as we all know, Teddy has been windmilling to get her diamond back. She has said this publicly on her Instagram stories, on her podcast. She wants to come back. But surprisingly, she also said that they should bring Brandy back. And I was like, why is Teddy windmilling for Brandy to come back? First of all, I didn't even know Brandy and Teddy were friends like that. Really makes no sense to me. Then I also saw in Reality Blurb that Erika was windmilling to get Brandy back on the show. She said she wanted Brandy back. And again, oh, Brandy's like a truth teller, all of this stuff. And then I realized that back in 2020, with the whole Denise against Brandy thing, Erika was coming out and being like, oh, yeah, I believe Brandy, Denise is lying, blah, 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 blah. And that made me think, did Lisa Rinna put in Erika by default, put Brandy up to the Denise lie? Because I never thought that Erika and Brandy were even close. So why was Erika defending Brandy? And why now is Erika trying to get Brandy back on the show? I think it's because they know that Teddy and Brandy would be on their side. It would be they would be a part of their group. And remember, they know that the Faux Fox 5 has gotten all of the heat. You know, we're all saying that it needs to be broken up. We got to break it up. We got to break it up. I think this is their way of, quote, breaking up, but not actually breaking up. Then we have in the middle the people who ride the fence. You know, Kyle Richards allegedly isn't talking to Lisa Rinna, but as we all saw at BravoCon, Lisa Rinna and Erika both said that they were good with Kyle. Lisa Rinna has said multiple times, I'm only defending Kyle. I'm having Kyle's back. I'm having Kyle's back. AKA, I'm only saying what Kyle told me I could, what Kyle co-signed. And Kyle has not defended Kathy in any real way. She has not truly gone against Lisa and Erika. She's riding that fence because she's still trying to look good. Now, we also have Ding Dong Dorit, who rides the fence. She called herself an island. Don't forget all of that hoopla with Erika being like, oh, PK and Dorit are the next to get divorced. There was the blind item with Erika being like, oh, you know, Dorit is a wishy-washy bitch, blah, blah, blah. All this fake. And then Sutton came out and said that's fake news. They're trying to, you know, pretend like they have this beef going on in order to, like they always do, control the narrative. Don't talk about the robberies. Don't talk about the lawsuits. Don't talk about the fraud. Don't talk about the husbands. Let's just have these fake beefs going on to look like we're actually divided, to give the people what they want, but we're really controlling it behind the scenes. And then we have everybody. Obviously, Garcelle's pretty safe. I would say Sutton's pretty safe. I bet you they bring Crystal back. And then they've also been trying to get Denise to come back and Camille to come back. I didn't put LVP on here, even though they want her to come back, just because I don't think that they actually would bring LVP. I don't think that LVP herself would want to come back. But if she was, she would obviously be on this side. So you kind of see the narratives that they're trying to do now. Again, this is a lot of women, so all of them won't be full-time diamond holders. But I think this group of women will be the women that come back, either as friend ofs or full-time diamond holders or as cameos. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat box. Hey, Groovy, you are a joy to listen to. So smart, articulate, and great common sense. Aw, thank you so much. Hey, LA Stone, and as a sister to Kathy, Kyle didn't say one word in defense of her sister. That part, absolute BS. And her crying is from all knowing about the truth of Mo and Frank Bacon that Kathy has to know. 100%. There's a reason why Rick never made Mauricio partner. There's a reason why. Hey Bubbles, at Kathleen. Oh my gosh, you gotta share some stories. It'd be so cool to hear. I'm from the deep South Georgia, so I won't get the fun stories. Aw. Hey Young Rich, I heard Allie Laundry was joining next season. Oh, that would be interesting. Hey Lucy 545 Lou, the 5-ho blow up. That part, Lucy. Hey Bab, she says, I will. Hey Bubbles. And Kyle is cozying up to Dorit because she wants to know what Dorit has that she doesn't, allegedly. That part. I mean, Kyle went blonde. She lost a lot of weight. She took the boobs out. Is she morphing into Dorit? Hey Kimberly Lindsay, what do you think Kyle was truly crying about? Maybe it was for her fear of Kathy bringing up Mauricio's alleged real estate lawsuits. I think Kyle is just a weird, delusional kind of person. I mean, she was just a mess. She was all over the place. It was completely unnecessary and it was bizarre. It was just bizarre. I think Kyle was crying because she got caught. Her plan didn't work out to make her sister look like the bad guy and to make herself the victim, and she got exposed, and Kathy wasn't with it. And Kathy just kept it real, and she just held it down, and she said what the truth was. I honestly think Kyle needs a really good therapist, and she needs to work through her own stuff, her own inner working, her own whatever is going on, because she projects a lot. She makes up things. It's just really bizarre. The whole time Kathy was like, there's nothing to cry. Like, why are you crying? Like, calm down. Cancer Queen, Candy, do you believe Dorit robbery? In my opinion, I don't believe it. I did a deep dive on this. I have a whole video on it, you guys. You gotta watch it. In my opinion, I think it was an insurance scam. But that's my opinion. I'm not saying that's fact. I'm not saying that's the truth. I'm saying that's what my opinion is. Bubbles says, no, Cancer. LA Stone Gal says, Kyle is having a meltdown because someone is going to say the truth about fake Kyle. That's why she couldn't talk on her reunion, because she's so petrified her story will come out. That too. I think she's worried about Mauricio's lawsuits. I think she's worried about Mauricio's alleged cheating allegations. I think she's worried about her own cheating allegations. There's been rumors out there that they have an open relationship and that Kyle does Kyle and Mauricio does Mauricio, and they sort of have an agreement. So there's a lot of stuff out there about them that they don't bring to the show. She almost lost her damn mind when Lisa Vanderpump just made a joke about it. Almost lost her damn mind. Remember when she made the joke about when Portia was there? She's like, oh, to Mauricio, oh, maybe this is the young woman they were talking about you being pictured with. And Kyle and Mauricio lost their damn mind because she said it in front of Portia. A, Portia didn't know what they were talking about. B, Lisa Vanderpump just made a very normal joke about it. Great attitude, was laughing. But yet, fast forward, when somebody says something to Garcelle's son, they want to laugh and say they happy they did it, but they lost their damn minds when Lisa Vanderpump said, oh, is this the young woman people are saying you were with? Miss me with that, Kyle and Mauricio. Lucy 545 Lou says, Nene is right. Bravo is racist. Hey, Babs X, of course you made a chart. Bubbles says, Candy always prepared. Oh, my kitty canes. You guys know me. Like, you know me. Jacob says, oh my gosh, you broke them up the exact way I did, right? Of course you made it short. I love you guys. Hey, Kimberly Lindsay, Teddy's disgusting and boring. Teddy is so disgusting and boring. Like, Teddy, nobody cares. Nobody wants you back. Just let it go, girl. Bubble says, Teddy equal non-factor. I hate how she advocates for girls to starve themselves. That part. I have a daughter, and that really upsets me. Yeah, it's been a long night. 100%. Hey, young, rich, skinny. Brandy said at BravoCon she wanted to break the Fox 5 up. Of course she says that because she wants to be back on the show. But she would, I'm telling you, if Brandy gets back on the show, she's going to be Team Rinna, Team Teddy, Team Erika. And depending on Kyle's flippy-floppy, wishy-washy way, maybe with Kyle, maybe not with Kyle. But she's definitely going to be with Rinna, Erika, and Teddy, because Erika and Teddy are the ones saying that they want to bring Brandy back, which clearly means Rinna wants her back too, because they all work together. Hey, Bubbles, at Young, Brandy has been highly requested, but I think Andy doesn't like her. That's never been said, but it was hard on her. I mean, Brandy was a mess, a hot mess. Hey, Kathleen, Bubbles, I would love to share. It just feels weird. I worked on several TV shows. Harry Hamlin was seriously the one that gave me the yucky chills. Lots of good people, not him. Yeah, there's a lot about him. There's a lot. You guys should watch the breakdown I did. There's a lot in there about him, from running brothels to alleged assaults. Like, there's a lot. You guys got to watch that breakdown. Hey, Babs at Jacob, brilliant minds think alike. Yes. Hey, Bubbles at M, I understand these people seem cringe other than our faves. Hey, Kimberly Lindsay, Kim, Denise, Kim, Camille, LVP would be wonderful. I agree. Hey, Jacob, what about Kathy? I could see Garcelle Kathy if Denise doesn't actually come back, because I don't see Kathy leaving. So you don't think Kathy's going to leave if they bring back Erika and Rinna, even though she said that? She said she wouldn't be back if they kept Erika and Rinna. So that was the reason why I didn't put Kathy on, is because I do think that, I think out of Lisa, Rinna, and Erika, I think Erika for sure is coming back. I think Lisa Rinna might be more of a wild card. You see it? But I would prefer to have Kathy. Hey, Babs at Kathleen, that whole family dynamic seemed off, very weird, very bizarre. Hey, Kimberly, I didn't like Brandy on the show. She was grotesque. She is grotesque. There's something about Brandy where I want to have sympathy for her, because she seems like a real mess. But then she keeps doing just horrible things, and I'm like, I just can't rock with you like that. Remember when she slapped LVP? How come Bravo didn't do an announcement about condoning violence when Brandy slapped LVP? You see what I'm saying? Violence is cool sometimes, but not all the time. Okay, Bravo. Hey, Ella Stone Gal, and what was that when Kyle hung on to Andy at the end of the union? Andy has to know all of Kyle's big secrets. 100%. 100%. That was Kyle playing the victim. That was Kyle trying to get the sympathy card. Girl, bye. Andy's your boss, not your friend. Stop hugging him. Go clean yourself up. Hey, Kimberly Lindsay, Brandy is a low class in my opinion. Not low class. Hey, Kathleen, Bubbles, my son worked as a child. I pulled him out when he was 9. He made his college money, and I knew that's all we needed. That part. Protect your children, girl. Hey, ST, I don't think Andy likes Sutton. Why was she on the end? Why did they completely ignore how she was treated this season? Why did they cut out Lisa Rinna brought up an envelope? I agree with you. Why did they cut out the Lisa Rinna envelope? Is it because her receipts were non-receipts? Because I tell you one thing, if they were real receipts that made any type of difference, they would have showed it. But the fact that they were non-receipts, they probably just didn't even want to waste the time or expose Rinna and Erika even more for being liars. Babs is exactly 100%. Hey, ST, it smells like a cover-up to me. 100. Hey, Kathleen, of Mauricio's affairs. Yes. Hey, Lucy545 Blue, people do. We really want fake bees trying to play us with their foolery. No, we don't. We need some new blood. Hey, Bubbles, at M, I go through times of wanting to be in that, then others like, nah. Hey, Kathleen, says Bubbles, trust me, NA, a good friend of mine, OD'd and passed soon. Oh, Eden's sister. Is Kat Eden's sister? So sad. Mo the ho-ho, says Lucy. Not the ho-ho. Hey, Holly, won't they should add Mistress Terry and Mistress Carmen. That part. They should have a dinner. Have the husbands in one room, the ladies in another room, and then they should bring on Mistress Terry and Mrs. Carmen as special guests. 100%. Bubble says, I'm so sorry. I know, I'm sorry too. Hey, LA Stone, one day someone is going to prison, in my opinion. Yeah, her name is Jen Shaw. Her name is Teresa Giudice. His name is Apollo. His name is Joe Giudice. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It might be, what's her face? Erika Jayne. Where I think Erika Jayne is going to get caught is with the IRS. That's where I think is going to be her downfall. I think she might be able to beat the other stuff because of Tom Girardi. Just because he's away doesn't mean he's not still connected. Doesn't mean a lot of people still don't owe him favors. Don't forget, she's going to be tried in California. California is the state where he did his corruption. California is a state where he said who could be judges and who couldn't be. So California is a state where he gave a lot of money to a lot of politicians. So just because someone is being tried in a court of law does not mean that they're going to get a fair and unbiased trial when the people who are appointed to oversee the trial just might be corrupt themselves. So this Erika stuff, I'm holding my breath, but the one department I think she couldn't get to is the IRS. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to think about it. If Tom Girardi for decades did organized, systematic corruption in this state, and his wife is getting tried in this state, how do we know that the prosecutor, the defendants, the judges, the executives haven't been bought off before, don't owe Tom Girardi a favor? Or maybe they don't want their secrets coming out. Maybe he's given them some backhanded money. Maybe he's done favors for them. So the whole Erika Girardi case is being dismissed. She's being vindicated. Miss me with that. You can't get a fair trial within a corrupted system that you helped to corrupt. You see what I'm saying? Morel says, hi, everyone. Hey, Morel. Hey, Babs, I really need new housewives and a new Andy. That part. Hey, Adam. He goes, but at least Brandy brought hot mess drama instead of criminal drama or just plain evil drama. Adam, I will give you that. I will give you that. I mean, no lies detected there. She was just a hot mess. For everything Brandy is or is not, at least she's not a criminal. That's very true. AG Lady says, I like Brandy a lot. Lucy 554 says, I agree with Babs. ST, I like Brandy, but not if she's going to be one of the mean girl side. That part, because she might turn real quick. Hey, Babs, add Andy truth, but do we really want to see drunken fat girl behavior? That's true. And can we get a housewife? Brandy's not married anymore. Like, I want a housewife. And this is like no tea, no shade to anybody who's not married. It's just the Real Housewives, and I would rather see the Real Housewives. I also wouldn't mind a different show with like cool, young, single women, not Real Girlfriends in Paris vibes, but like, I don't know, maybe women in their like early 30s who are single, dipping it and doing it. That could be a fun show. I wouldn't mind seeing something like that. I don't want Brandy on that show because I think Brandy's in her 50s, but you see what I'm saying. Hey, Groovy, Brandy's language is too much. She's just sloppy. Hey, ST, I think the reason why Brandy lost her job was slapping LVP. They didn't even make that big of a deal of it. They didn't even make a big deal of it. Hey, Adam, but he still made Kyle stay. Hey, LA Stone Gal, and why is Harry and Lisa's girls not able to see a shrink? Because the girls might slip up and say what their parents did to them. ... Guilt. That's true. Hey, Kathleen. Oh my gosh, yes. Rena goes for Kim. Brandy slaps LVP. Brandy's so low rent. Oh my goodness. Hey, Zoma. Why did she slap LVP? I can't remember. They were on some trip together, and I forgot exactly what happened, but Brandy popped LVP dead in her face. They were on some trip together, and Lisa was like, oh, you know, like in her face, like she was shocked, but Brandy popped her dead in her face. Popped her dead in her face. It was during the Eileen days. I think Eileen was on, and it was during the same time when Brandy splashed the wine in Eileen's face. Remember when she tossed her wine in her face? It was during that time, like that season. She popped her in her face. Hey, Young Rich. Lisa Rinna had them Mariah Hulk receipts. Young Rich, you better stop talking about Mariah. Hey, Groovy. Brandy slapped LVP, but Rinna shattered wine glass and could have put eyes out. 100%. They're both violent. Hey, Kimberly Lindsay. Yes, that was classes when Brandy slapped LVP, as well as when she brought up her so-called affair details with Denise, Stupid, and Jerry Springer. That part. Hey, Inhale21981. Kathy will come back. She says she wouldn't return if the cast is the same, but adding Denise changes the cast. True. Hey, ST, I think Camille is our best bet to get at Kyle, especially Dorit. She knows things. That's true. I do think Camille would come and she would give it to Kyle and she would give it to Dorit and she would not hold back. And she knows where the bones are buried. Hey, Steve S. IRS will definitely come for Erika in the end. Yup, I think the IRS is going to sit back. They are going to wait and let everything play out. And once everything plays out, they're going to swoop in. because the tax man always cometh. That's how you get him. Hey, Kathleen goes, love you, Candy. Love all your comments. A great discussion. Yes, Kat is Eden's half sister. Gotta run. Sending y'all positive vibes. Mwah! Thank you, Kathleen, for joining us. Thank you for becoming a Candy Cane. Inhale 2119 says, agree, Candy. If it were New York, both Tom and Erika would be locked up. That part. They would have been locked up because the IRS do not play. But I think they're going to sit back, let everything play out, and then they're going to go and swoop up Erika just when she least expects it. She's going to think she got away with everything, but the IRS is going to come and get her ass. Hey, Wayne, drop Beverly Hills and the Toxic Bees, but keep Sutton, Garcelle, Crystal, Kathy, and bring in Camille, LVP, and call it the Real Housewives of California. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, Kimberly. She goes, California courts are very, very corrupt, ... in my opinion. I live in California, and yeah, let me just leave that right there. Hey, Young, Rich, Skinny, I think every franchise needs a different host. Andy should be allowed to host only one franchise, and that's maybe New York since he lives there. I think Andy should just bow out. I think he should host Watch What Happens Live, and that's it. And I agree, every other franchise needs a host that is within the culture, and I don't mean race, I mean the actual culture of the show. Like somebody who's immersed in the culture of Beverly Hills, in the culture of the OC, in the culture of Potomac, in the culture of New York, of New Jersey, of Dallas, of whatever. And I don't mean race when I mean culture. I mean the actual culture of where they're from. You know, whether it's a celebrity, whether it's another reality star from a totally different place, whether it's just a host out there, a YouTuber, I don't know, who actually watches the shows and who actually has their pulse on what's going on. But Andy ain't it. You cannot tell me he's watching all of Below Deck, Vanderpump Rules, all of the Real Housewives, Southern Charm, Winter House, Summer House, Married to Medicine. Like there's no way he's keeping up. Just no way. Hey, LA Stone Gal, taxes always take down the mafia men. Yup, so I'm certain they, IRS, have been watching this show. Even California Franchise Tax Board, hint, hint, 100%. Hey, Wayne, it's about time we had the Real House husbands. That part. Hey, Cancer Queen, I would love to see an LGBTQ version of the Real Housewives. That would be cool. I would be down for that. I would watch that, 100%. Hey, Young Rich Skinny, she wanted to see LVP get angry. Yup. Hey, ST, why didn't you like the Real Girlfriends of Paris? I like it. It's kind of a travel expat blog. No. I like the Real Girlfriends of Paris. I like it. But what I was saying was when I was talking about a show of young single women, I wasn't referring to a show like the Real Girlfriends of Paris, if that makes sense. I actually really like the Real Girlfriends of Paris. I think it's really good. I watch it. And it's actually because I watch a lot of shows, and there's certain shows that I just save for myself and I don't review. Southern Charm is one. I watch Southern Charm, but I don't review it. The Real Girlfriends of Paris is another one. I watch that, but I don't review it because I like to keep certain shows just for me. So I like the Real Girlfriends in Paris. I like it, but what I mean is I would want a show that's kind of like in between the Real Girlfriends of Paris and the Real Housewives. So it's like that sweet spot of like late 20s, early to mid 30s. You know, they can be single. Maybe they're engaged. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're newly married, but they're young and they're fresh and they're dipping it and they're doing it and they live a really fun, cool life and they're coming into their own. Whereas the Real Housewives, I like the more mature. Like I like the LVPs. I like the Karen Hugers. I just like them a little bit more seasoned when it comes to like the Real Housewives. You know, I like them in their late 40s, 50s, dipping it and doing it. So to me, I just meant a show kind of in between there, which is where I think is missing. Like, I don't know a show that's like that, right? Maybe I should make one. Maybe I should be in it. You never know. All right, you guys. Hey, Lucy, 545 Lou. Yes, Candy, a show called The Single Ladies. Woohoo. Exactly. That's what I mean. Something like that. Like The Single Ladies or the whatever, you know. We'll find a good name for it. But that sweet spot. Not exactly a Real Housewife, but not 21. Do you see what I'm saying? Hey, Bubbles, Brandy does too much sometimes, but I do love her reads. I get trashy vibes from her but here for the advice. Hey, Kimberly Lindsay, remember that gal, oh yeah, I think her name was Carlton. Carlton the witch. Yep, she might be fun to bring back. I would like to take her over Erika. I'm not into witchy poo stuff, but I agree. I would prefer Carlton over any of these chicks on this one side. Hey, Adam. It was crazy how Lisa thought Kathy's violent meltdown would give her cancer and die, but what about how she told Sutton she will cut her down? Exactly. I will cut you down. Get the F out of here. It was ridiculous. Fab says at Adam exactly. Kathleen says, before I leave, yes, real single women in their 30s, not a singles looking for the bachelor. Exactly. And good night to you all. Mwah. Good night, Kathleen. Thank you for joining us. Adam says, Erika, Dorit, Kyle, Mauricio, all of them will be getting visits from the IRS. I see in the future, probably the FBI too, for faking home invasions. I don't know how they're not being investigated. I really don't know. I mean, I play a sleuth. I play a private investigator on YouTube. But even my little play investigation, I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense. There's enough evidence here at least to question this. I don't know how actual real life in the real world, they're not investigating this stuff. Maybe they are. I don't know, but it's a lot. Hey, ST, right. Andy's lack of incitement is a downer. He used to be more interested. Yeah, I mean, he has 2 kids now. He has so much stuff going on. Like, Andy, just bow out gracefully. Just, your time has expired. That's okay. Bow out gracefully. Hey, Lucy 545 Lou, Andy not dandy anymore. That part. Hey, LA Stone gal, all of both Kyle and Dorit faking break-ins with Teddy's help has to be looked into. Oh my gosh, Dorit protecting her kids was way over the line and suspect. I agree. What robber is going to politely lay down your cell phone for you to come and get it? Miss me with the dumb criminals. Hey, young Rich Skinny, I wouldn't trust some of the YouTubers, but yes, I agree. Oh, spill the tea, Rich. Spill the tea. Yeah, which YouTubers would you not trust? Which ones? Spill the tea. Hey, Babs, a YouTuber would be great, as you all have more of a pulse on what's actually going on. Yes. Hey, Kathleen. And yes, a California show. Please not New York. Why is it we can't just run this ish and rule for real? Gotta go. Hugs to all. Mwah. 100%. Fab says at Lucy laughing. Hey, Morel, hit that like button, everyone. That's right, you guys. We have over 110 people in the room. We better have at least 100 likes, you guys. I've been on here for an hour and 37 minutes, just talking my little head off. Like this video. Like this video. Young Rich says, I like Basketball Wives and Wags, but singles, yes. You guys remember Wags? I liked Wags too. And Basketball Wives, yes, I agree. Hey, Candy Dean. She goes, Diana, don't show her face. Oh, Diana. Kyle the Crybaby, 100%. Hey, who said cat? Hey, Candy in the chat stopping by. Love your content. Mwah. Thank you, sweetheart. Thanks for stopping by and saying hi. Lucy 45 Lou says, do tell, Rich. Yes, Rich, do tell. Spill the beans, spill the beans, spill the beans. Hey, Kimberly Lindsay, it seems like the police must be friends with those that have the alleged fake robberies, just like Tom Girardi was protected all of those years and gave the biggest money to Gavin News's donor. Listen, corruption runs deep, long, and wide. It's so much. I mean, again, I live in California, so I want to be very careful about what I say. So I love and respect California, our politicians, our judicial system, and the LAPD. With that being said, corruption exists everywhere. And you can't run a legit organized crime corruption scheme for multiple decades. Literally still millions upon millions of dollars. Tom Girardi did one of the, if not the biggest fraud scheme in California history without having a lot of relationships and connections and corruption with a lot of people in a lot of places, including judges, lawyers, executives, police force, sheriff's offices, politicians, contractors, whatever you want to call it. there's just no way you run that big of a scheme for that long and have the corruption not run very, very deep and very, very wide. So I do think that there is a reason why Kyle and Mauricio can have break-ins and have it look absolutely crazy and fraudulent and have nothing happen. You can have Dorit and PK have a break-in and then magically be able to pay off a $2.3 million debt 3 months later from the insurance money. You can have PK, who blew over the legal limit, not get a DUI and instead get a personal police escort to his home and no charges. I promise you, if it was somebody else who got a DUI, their ass would be in jail and charged and having to fight it. Or at least pay a fine, but nothing, just magically dropped. Don't forget, Erika Jayne's son is a police officer. Again, I have respect for the LAPD, California judicial system, our judicial system in general, but there's corruption everywhere. That's all I'll say on that one. Hey, Candy Dean, she goes, you're my favorite of all time. Oh, I love you too. Hey, Lucy554, love this video, guys and girls. Yes, I love you too. Candy D, who's going to be rhobh next? It would have been Rinna, but Rinna ain't got nothing to rhobh. Like, Rinna doesn't have, you know what I mean? She was trying to do the scheme. Remember when she had those scenes where she was like, these are all my designer dresses in the garage. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Somebody come and steal these. And nobody came and stole them. But she ain't got nothing to steal. Hey, Young Rich, you know the ones who are biased. I'll just say that. Young Rich, DM me. DM me, Young Rich. I want to know who you're talking about. DM me, DM me. Hey, Steve C. and the California Bar. It runs deep. The California Bar, 100%. They had stacks on stacks on stacks of complaints about him. How was he not disbarred? How was he not looked into? Payoffs. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Candy Dean. Erika going to be robbed. Want some money back. That part. Hey, Babs X. Candy, probably Lisa, but they better watch out for the rats. Rob Brenna's rat, says Steve, 100%. Hey, LA Stone Gal, Kyle knows that LPB is watching, and Kyle's major screw over of her just shows Kyle will do anything for money and fame. When I saw Kyle watch What Happens Live with Andy, she looked really old. Stress ages you. This is the thing. Kyle is looking bad. I agree with you. She's looking bad. She's looking very thin and stressed and just freaked out and geeked out. Girl, get your life together, Kyle. Get your life together. Is the lies worth it? Is the lies worth it? Is going against your family worth it? Quiet as a kept, I bet Kyle's daughters don't even mess with her like that. They seem to be more interested in being friends with their cousin than her. Let me not go there. You know what? Let me take that back. I don't want to talk about anybody's children like that. I take that back. Sorry, I was just like riffing. I don't want to talk about anybody's kids. I don't even, like, even with like Elisa Renna, or even, you know, I don't want to talk about anybody's kids, because unlike some of these housewives, I actually respect children in certain boundaries, and I don't want to talk negatively about anybody's child. You see what I'm saying? Okay, let's see what you guys are saying in the chat box. Hey, LA Stone Gal, does anyone know how much money Kyle is making per season? I think less than 2 million, but the most on Beverly Hills. Because isn't Candy making 2 million? And is Candy the highest paid housewife now? Candy Burris from Atlanta. And I think, I want to say, check me on this, you guys. I want to say Candy's making 2 million, and I know she's the longest running full-time housewife is Candy. So I don't know how much Kyle is making. Hey, Candy Dean. Kyle's so scared of Kathy. What the hell? I mean, she was shooketh. Shooketh. Hey, Helen. Love your show. Thank you so much, sweetheart. I really appreciate that. You guys get those likes up. We have 119 in the room. I better have 115 likes, you guys. I'll give 4 left over for stragglers. Hey, Candy Dean. She goes, you're so great. Amazing girl. Love. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hey, Young Red Skinny, you know Paris don't mess with Kyle. She doesn't. Paris doesn't mess with Kyle, and neither does Nicki. Kyle been jealous of Paris ever since the Simple Life days. That part. That's a shame jealous of your own niece. I agree. And remember, Kyle always said, oh, I'm Paris Hilton's niece. I'm aunt. I'm Paris Hilton's aunt. Paris Hilton is my niece. Paris Hilton is my niece. She would always drop the Hilton name. And then she'd always drop how she was related to Paris. All of the time. All of the time. It's crazy. Hey, Babs, she's stressing over Mauricio and Dorit. A woman gets like that when she's worried about another woman. Shh. Y'all, for real. For real. Morel says, you are a hard worker, Candy. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. I do work hard, you guys. Well, this is the thing. I'm really trying to grow my channel. Like, I do a lot of different stuff, but I'm really trying to focus on YouTube because I love it here and it's so much fun. So I really want to grow my channel so I can do it full time at some point and stop doing all my other stuff and then just do YouTube full time. So that's what I'm trying to do, you guys. Hey, Lucy545, who said you stole my damn house? Kim Richards. Kim Richards. Helen. Okay, so Kyle makes $270K per episode. Damn. She's getting overpaid. She is getting overpaid. My reviews are better than Kyle's performances. I'll say it. I'll say it. Hey, Candy Dean. Why Dorit never moved? Like she said, PK in trouble? That part. And to me, it seems like Dorit and PK are living separate lives. It seems like she's here in the States with the kids, and he's always, quote, working in London. And he even was supposed to do a new show in London. So are they together? I mean, maybe they're together, but living separate lives. He does him in London. She does does her what she wants to do here. He's always gone. He's always in London. Hey, Young Rich, she's like, you growing, baby. Look at all these views, sis. Yes, thank you, Young Rich. I appreciate it. I'm doing it, you guys. I'm on my come up over come up. Adam says, overpaid big time. So big time. Baptist Candy, it will happen. You are incredibly smart. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. We got to figure out what else do you guys want to talk about. You know, this season has now come to an end. We've finished the reunion. Don't worry. I'm still going to do my deep dives into these ladies, because there's a lot of deep dives to do. There's more to talk about Rinna and Erika and Dorit and Kyle and all the fraudulent activities. But what else do we want to talk about? What other shows do you want me to do? What other celebrities or whatever you want me to cover? You can always email me or DM me or comment on a post in the community tab, and I'll see it that way. Hey, Adam, something has been up with Dorit and PK, 100%. Maybe I'll do a deep dive into PK and Dorit's marriage. Candy Dean says, you go in places, girl, watch. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really, really do. It means a lot. Hey, LA Stone Gal. Well, Rinna is asking for $2 million, so I would think Kyle must be making about $4 million because she carries the show, and it looks like Andy and Kyle know that this show might be stopped. A lot of stress here. Dun, 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 dun. Adam says, who's got jobs next season? That's another thing. I can't wait to know who's coming back and who's not officially. I'm tired of these blind items and maybe in these subliminal Instagram messages. Just put out a statement, Bravo, who's coming back and who's not, so we can talk about it. Hey, Steve C. I think Kyle is on the back end because Beverly Hills was supposed to be the Richard sister show before it turned into a housewife show, but don't think Kathy was interested at the time. That is true. It was supposed to be about Kim, Kyle, and Kathy, and then it turned into the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Kim stayed on and Kyle stayed on. Kathy backed out. She didn't want to do it, and then we all know what happened between Kyle and Kim. Hey, Suncheria. Erika said that Dorit and PK would be the next couple to break up. Yep, she did on BravoCon, and then she tried to walk it back like she didn't. Girl, bye. Adam says Winter House. I could do Winter House. I watched that, actually. I watched Winter House. Hey, Adam, please do a deep dive into their marriage. I will. I'll put that on the list. 100%. Hey, Candy Dean, go back and watch old seasons. It will open your eyes. Yes. Hey, Kimberly Lindsay, did you ever do a deep dive into Teddy's husband's security business failures? Not a deep dive into his business failures as a standalone video, but I did talk about his business fraud when I did the Kyle Richards, Mauricio, fraud, fake, robbery, allegedly video because Teddy's husband's company was their security company. And so the story they had around their security kept changing. But I can do a deeper dive into that one. Hey, Suncheria. She goes, hey, Candy. Hey, sweetheart. Hey, Young Rich. A deep dive into the secrets of Playboy would be good. You've said that before, and I wanted to do it, but there's a part of me that's like, with the Playboy stuff, do you think it's going to be too dark and too twisted with like all of the like alleged assaults and abuse and everything? I'll put it on the list. I'll have to do it, but like I don't know if I have the stomach for like abuse and assault and all of that stuff. You know what I mean? But I will definitely put it on the list. Oof, you guys. Woo, woo, woo. What else is good? Let's see. I wonder if, do you ever think, what's her name? Adrienne Maloof would come back and make like a cameo or something? Adam says, man, most of his cast is criminals. LA Stone, LVP and Kathy brought total class, and I'd love all that Kyle and Renna run off, come back on the show. I would love that. Or you know what? We should do an Ultimate Girls trip. Ultimate Girls trip should be Lisa Rinna, Erika Jayne, Denise Richards, LVP, Camille, Kyle. I guess it's just all Beverly Hills. Camille, Kyle, Garcelle. I guess we could take a Sutton. Eden, Yolanda. Well, it's not really an Ultimate Girls trip. This is just all the people that I want to read these women for Phil. Let me stop. Young Rick, is something about that Holly Madison don't sit well with me. I agree. There has always been something off about her. Like weird vibes, weird like stalker vibes. I agree. There has been something off with her. But connection to the Girls Next Door Playboy Bunnies to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, there was a rumor that Kendra Wilkinson, who was one of the Playboy Bunnies, she was on the Girls Next Door, had an affair with Mauricio, and Kendra now works at the agency. So there's a little tidbit there. Hey, Wayne, Boy George is doing I'm a Celebrity, Get Me the F Out of Here. PK is milking him for all he's worth. That part. Bab says Winter House. Okay, I could do Winter House. I could definitely do Winter House. Kimberly says I liked Adrienne. That would be good. Me too. Adam says risky. Candy Girl says yes, girl. Hey, Steve. He goes, Adrienne made a few cameos, but I think a lot of her really wealthy women, they don't want or need their business out there, which is why it's so hard to cast. True. But that's why I think they need to cast women who don't work. You know what I mean? Like women who it's like the husband will pop in and out, and they really are housewives who don't work. Like, but they might have like a candle line. I'm not talking Potomac candle lines. But they might have like, you know, they host a weekly ladies who brunch. They do a lot of philanthropy, you know, like more like that, because women like that, they have less to lose by being in the spotlight, if you know what I mean. If that makes sense, if you guys get what I'm saying. Hey, Young Rich Blood, add Candace and Dr. Heavenly so Lisa and Erica can get really read good, real good. That's true. They would read them for filth. Hey, Babs, Adrienne Maloof didn't like the drama. I don't think she would come back. Yeah, and what Brandy did to her was disgusting. Exposing the fact that she had surrogates when her own children didn't know. That was disgusting. Hey, Candy Dean. She goes, what's going to happen with Kyle and Dorit break-ins? I'm waiting with bated breath. I am waiting with bated breath to see what happens. Adam says Beverly Hills reunion trip. That part. Hey, Young Rich, why is Kendra not on Beverly Hills? I don't know. I don't know what she's doing, man. I don't know. I wouldn't mind her on Beverly Hills. Who knows? But that was the rumor. And another rumor was that Mauricio had an affair with that girl, Vanessa Vallela. She's on Selling Sunset. She's on the last 2 seasons of Selling Sunset. So who knows? Who knows what the hell is going on? with them in that situation. Who knows? That's what you guys are saying. And I'm like, Real Housewives. Yeah, I want some Real Housewives. Young Rich says, you know what, Candy? That documentary may be too dark for you because there's a part where they made a woman give favors to a dog and they watched. Ugh. See, I can't. Because you had mentioned that before and I put it on my list and I went to go research it. And it was too dark. Like, it was too hard. You know what I mean? It was just too dark. Hey, LA Stone Gal, Mo is having his book out. I know. Well, all of this is hot, but Rena will be 60 next year, and I think her boat left the dock, and she is freaking out about money gone. Yeah, that's sad. That's really, really sad. Karen says, what happened to Straws of Sunset? So Straws of Sunset got canceled when Mike got arrested for a DV. He allegedly, assaulted, hit, whatever, physically, his fiance. I forgot what her name is. To the point where he was, arrested and he had all of these charges. He might be facing jail time. So they kind of scratched Shaws of Sunset. And then they're doing a spinoff with Reza, Gigi, and Mercedes, and then maybe some other people. My personal thing, I don't like Reza. I think he's evil. He's basically a male version of Lisa Rinna to me. I don't like Reza. I won't be watching it. He gives me really gross vibes. I'm not here for it. Steve C has the candles. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's see what else is going on. Kimberly says, Bravo needs to put together a cast-off show, all the interesting peeps that have left the show. That would be cool. That would be cool. Because this Ultimate Girls Trip stuff, it's cute, but it's too choppy. Like, there's only like 2 people from each franchise. They're not enough for them to really go at it with anybody that they had a real beef with. It's more like people coming together to be alliances or whatever. And if they're not, then they have a falling out, aka Cynthia, aka Kenya, and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? Who knows? Who knows? All right, you guys, we are going to wrap it up in a couple of minutes, but get your questions in. Hey, Young Rich, you know what, Candy? Oh, yeah, that's right. Like the Real Housewives, yeah. Hey, Steve at Kimberly, yes. Always, though, a cast-off Housewives show could be fun. It could be fun. They could even do something like you know what? Not a Survivor, because I don't want anyone to be cast off, but some type of show, maybe like a truth show or like a, I don't know, Fight to the Truth or something like that. Something where people's lies are going to be exposed and people have the chance to confront people who lied on them or called them out about stuff. Hey, LA Stone Gal, Mo is having his book out. Adam Cross's PTA meeting. Yeah, like, you know what? I want a show where the women, like, their biggest commitment is the PTA meeting. 100%, I don't want these shows to be about entrepreneurs. We can have a show for that, because that's the thing. There can be shows for that, but I think the Real Housewives lost its essence. Now it's about, let me launch this, let me launch that, let me promote this, let me promote that. None of them have husbands. Half of them are being cheated on. Other ones are like, it's just a hot mess. I do think that there is a place for women entrepreneurs on a show. There's a place for single women on a show. But I don't think it's the Housewives. There's even a place for criminals. Discovery Channel, Discovery ID, Lifetime. There's a ton of them. Snapped. What show is Snapped on? I don't know. There's a stump for it. Young Rich arrested. Oh yeah, Mike from Shaws of Sunset. Yes, he was arrested, and he had multiple charges. Multiple charges. Let me say allegedly, but just do a Google search, and it will all come up for allegedly beating his fiance, who I think is dumb enough to take him back. But yeah, they're saying he might face some serious jail time. But just Google it and it'll all come up. Candy D says Kyle Hubbin's been making the rounds. I mean, for decades there has been stuff about him cheating. His Mo Faithful. Adam says Andy would be just dirty enough to bring Kendra on the show. He would be that dirty. He really would. Or I want to see if Kendra is going to be on Selling Beverly Hills or Buying Beverly Hills. Because don't forget, Buying Beverly Hills is about the agency. And Kendra works for the agency. So I think that would be the tea. Is she going to be on Buying Beverly Hills? That's going to be the tea. Hey, Sunchuria, if you're going to do a story on Playboy, you have to speak to Barbie Benton, one of Hefner's original girlfriends. Yeah. Hey, Young Rich, I don't care for Gigi no more after all the appropriation she be doing. I agree. I don't like Gigi anymore either. It's like, stop with the cornrows. Stop with the, just stop. It's not a cute look. It's just not a cute look. Erika does appropriation too. Dorit does too, quiet as it's kept. Gigi 100%. It's just too much. It's like, just stop. Just stop. Hi, Candy Dean. Lisa husband don't want to be with her. Come on. Not at all. Not at all. All right, you guys, we're about to wrap it up. We have been on here for 2 hours, you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me and listening. Bab says, make sure you all hit that like button, support this channel. That's right, Candy Canes. Hit that like button. Hit it up, hit it up, hit it up. Young Rich says, oh my gosh, are you watching Surreal Life on VH1? What is Surreal Life? No, I'm not watching. Young Rich says, cops. Hey, Nana's Corner. Hi, Candy. Hey, all. Hey, sweetheart. Welcome. Hey, Sinisha, remember how they treated Jen Shaw's sons and nephews? Yes. Oh, yes. That's right, Steve says, get some more likes up, everyone. That's right, you guys. Get those likes up. All right, you guys, we are going to wrap it up. We are going to call it a night, but I love you, my candy canes. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. This has been so much fun. Before we head out, you know what to do. Go ahead and like this video. It really, really helps me. Subscribe to my channel and share this with a friend. Share it on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, in your groups, Reddit, wherever you're hanging out. Be sure to share the videos, whichever ones you like and you want to talk about and discuss. Go ahead and do it. Nana says, oh, I just came. Replay gang, Nana. Replay gang. Hey, Chocolate Chunks. I watched the trailer of Buying Beverly Hills, and it seems like they're mostly making it about Alexia, Cal and Mo's daughter, not being good at her job. I didn't see Kendra. Yeah. I think they're really trying to make it about Alexia not being good at the job, and then the other ones, like, they try to make one guy like the Playboy guy, and there's a black gay guy. Yeah, they're trying to do the most with that. They're trying to do the most. Oh, thank you. Good night, Adam. He says, good night, friend. Good night, friend. LA Stone Gal says, I don't like to watch a really cool concept of a show, but I'm just depressed watching Rinna and all who are just dark. I want to watch funny stuff. Me too. I want some funny stuff. I want some good stuff. Good night, sweetheart. Since Nietzsche says nighty night. Good night. Smiley face from Nana. Thank you for the love, Chocolate Chunks. I love you guys. Okay, you guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I love you, Candy Canes. Have a good night. Have a safe night and be happy. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share. Shop the description box down below and grab something from our Love collection. It's down there below. We have sweatshirts, t-shirts, dresses, mugs. We got it all. So definitely grab something from our Love collection. With that, you guys, I love you and I'll see you later. Bye.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram @Candy Washington. Let's go.